Hello, Leo, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of August 24th through the 30th. And during that time, we'll have a waxing crescent moon. And that's a really good time of heightened senses, a time to execute the work that you've already started with the new moon, those new projects, those new things that you're working on. And it's just a good time for planning and to buckle down and just have that focus. So keep the moon energy in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for other energies also that you may or may not encounter, Leo. So, of course, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is confidence is your key to success. The new moon in Leo card. So, confidence is usually not a problem that Leos will have any problem with. But apparently it's your key to success this week. So let's see what the Leo Collective has going on. As I'm shuffling the cards, Leo, my weekly reminder for this week is that you learn something new. So pick a topic that you've had some interest in, and really take time to just do a deep dive. Oftentimes as adults, if you're like me, I feel like I'm learning something every day, but I'm not deeply learning things every day. I have to really buckle down and focus to do that and say, okay, I'm going to go learn about this thing. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to, listen to a podcast or watch a lecture or, any number of ways, take a class, really deep dive on something to learn. So just pick something that's kind of been out there. It's a good week to have a little bit of focus like that with the waxing crescent and give yourself a couple of hours to really dig in, study, take notes, and really absorb the thing that you're learning about. So that is just my fun weekly reminder for you. All right, let's get into this reading. Leo, August 24th through the 30th. Confidence is your key to success. Your overall present energy is that things are great. So how can you not be confident? It looks like your cups are full. 10 of Cups is one of those, happiest cards in the deck. It's just everybody's having a great time around you. You are as well. Everything's good. So let's see what you might need confidence with. Your current situation is the Hermit card. So while you're very happy and you're pleased with everything that's going on, you're also kind of doing some inner searching, and you may be on some sort of inner quest. This could be preparing for, maybe some change that's coming up for you, or you're just kind of thinking a little bit deeper about some things that are going on in your own life, or things that you want to change or improve on. At the root of your situation is the King of Cups. So you're very emotionally balanced and knowledgeable about not only your emotional world, but also the people around you, how your kingdom works per se when it comes to, emotions and feelings and that sort of thing. That the people, this is like your friends and family, just the people that are around you. You know how people work, and you're sensitive to that. And those people respect you for that. So that's pretty awesome. At the what is just behind you, or what you're just coming out of here in your past, is the Ace of Cups. So you've got something here that you really love. This could be something, this could be a person, but this could also be a thing or something that you do, but you're coming, your heart is full and overflowing with something that you really do love to. Like I said, it's either a person or something you love to do. And so keep that going. That's awesome. Love that for you. What's on your mind this week is the Queen of Swords. Lots of royalty here coming out. Queen of Swords is definitely someone who says what's on their mind. So this is on your mind. This could also be a new like a new way of messaging, because it's air energy. It could be that you want to maybe be more confident about saying the things that are on your mind, right? You might maybe be a little reserved and held back, or a little hermity, and you do need to speak up. And again, if confidence is your key to success, then break some more of that confidence out. Again, as a Leo, that's usually not something that's lacking at all, but sometimes it is. And it could be, this could be maybe a person that you're dealing with. This could be like a romantic situation where you just need to be a little bit more confident. You need to open up your heart and say exactly what's on your mind. So and it could be that there are people like your loved ones around you. You just need to say what's on your mind about them. If there's some emotion or love that you're feeling for them, give people a hug, that sort of thing. So it's okay to be confident and open like that. What is just ahead of you this week is a lot of things going on. It looks like here with this Eight of Wands. Um, I just see this as maybe you're just really busy this week. A lot of communicating, a lot of details and things, and maybe events and things that are going on. I feel like you're going to have you've got a busy week, but all in all, while this is going on, you're still kind of calm and within yourself. In your advice position is the Seven of Cups. So lots of choices this week too. And again, if it's busy, sometimes that does lead to just having to make decisions, make choices. Are you going to go here, there? Are you going to do this thing or that thing? Or, all the different choices and things that I'm getting the feeling that it's kind of a busy week. And maybe that's why you're just trying to use that hermit energy to just go within, be wise, be calm, be patient, but you're also being encouraged to be confident through that as well. What is beyond your control this week is the Nine of Cups. So a little bit of self-indulgence, a little bit of feeling very satisfied with yourself. So lots of cups there. We've got the 7, 9, and the 10 of Cups. So I just see a lot of fulfillment here. King of Cups, also Ace of Cups. So, you know, you're in a good place emotionally. Like you're just very, very super well balanced here. Okay, secret desire or what you're trying to avoid. King of Wands, more royalty. Is it your secret desire to be just as knowledgeable there about the things that you're passionate about the things that really drive you? Or are you trying to avoid that? Again, I think Leos are pretty confident. If there's something that drives you, it's kind of hard to stop you, right? So, but that's something for you to think about is is it your secret desire to really know about the thing that drives your passion, or are you kind of falling off the train when it comes to that? And your outcome position here is the Temperance card. So more cups, even though it's not a card of cups, look at her with her cups in there. So I think just I don't think you have a lot going on this week externally. I feel like it's a lot of, and well, you might have a lot with things that are going on with you, but I feel like you're just very calm internally. Again, you've got all this royal energy, these things that you're trying to conquer for yourself. You're trying to be the king of emotions. You're trying to be the king of passionate things. You're trying to, be the queen of speaking your mind. So pay attention to those, but I just don't see that there's a lot of conflict this week. This is kind of just your inner journey continuing on. Just be your successful, awesome you, and you'll have a great week. Let's see what's hidden from you here at the bottom of the deck is the Tower. Yeah, that's great. That's exactly where we want that card. We don't want it making an appearance. We want it hidden from you at the bottom of the deck. I just feel like you're smooth sailing. Let's get a final word here. And I know seems like it's been a very short reading, Leo, but there's just not much going on. You're just in a good spot. You're very emotionally balanced. You are taking care of business, and just continue to be confident and do the things that you enjoy doing. If you want to, with this Hermit card, I would say if you're having any sort of, wisdom pearls as you're doing some inner searching, maybe take note of those, or, you might be thinking about things that you want to work on yourself in any of these areas. And if you do, just make note of it and you can get back to it at some point, or, make it some sort of focal point later on in your month or the months coming up. All right, let's get a final word here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final word for Leo as they kind of sail through this week nicely. Refine your attention. Very interesting. So that could be that inner focus there, is just refining and kind of, again, narrowing down. If there are things that you want to change about yourself and you say, hey, life, there's things I would like to improve this thing, then do it. Take the time to do it. Let's see what you need to do in the way of self-care this week. Self-care for Leo as they sail through this week, and kind of do a little bit of inner searching here. Security comes up. Well, let me get to a place where I can read. Okay, true security comes from having a reserve of time, space, energy, personal power, and love. Make deposits in all of these accounts and you'll be a wealthy person indeed. And I feel like you're doing that. I feel like, what's really funny is I did notice there's not one pentacle on this reading at all. And that means that you are concerned with things that are in your heart, things that are on your mind, things that drive your passion, and keeping your balance and kind of just keeping things going, which is awesome. And I think that is a really good place to have security. But, when you're giving time, space, energy, personal power, love, to people around you, that's just a really great week. So, Leo, I really appreciate your time here with me. I hope there was something in this reading that you can, excuse me, take away and use. Even though, like I said, it's a very smooth sailing type week. I wish you the best. I think you're going to have a good week for you. It's there might be some things that are going on that are kind of keeping you busy, but I think you sail through those things very confidently. Just remember to refine your attention again. If you come across anything as you're doing that inner searching with this hermit card, to maybe take note on it. You don't have to change things right away, but sometimes when the inspiration comes to you, it's a good time to write that down so that you can revisit it later and say, oh, what was I thinking last week? Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to take time to communicate better. How can I do that? And start to research those ways in which you can do that. So anyway, again, I really appreciate your time here with me. If you're comfortable sharing and want to drop me a comment about anything on this reading, you're certainly free to do that. That would be great. If you like my reading style, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel and helps push me out in the algorithm. And as a new YouTuber, I really do appreciate that. Also, if you add me, it'll help you find me next week, where you can come back and see if this energy continues or if something else comes up for you next week, Leo. So thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.